All right, the moment is here. Now, I know I'm like 2 weeks late, but we're here now because people have been sending me this left and right, want me to check it out. And this is the man, the myth, the legend, Katt Williams interview on Club Shay Shay. And, you know, people have been telling me everywhere I go, have you seen the Katt Williams interview? Have you seen the Katt Williams interview? No. But I can't go anywhere without seeing something about it because 2024 belongs to Katt Williams. He has taken over social media. No matter where I go, there's always something popping up about it. And I seen a little snippet of Ice Cube talking about a response to Katt Williams. So I guess Katt Williams said something about Ice Cube in the interview. And at this point, I begin to wonder, who didn't Katt Williams talk about? And he must have mentioned Ludacris too, because I follow Ludacris on Instagram, and Ludacris dropped a freestyle in response to Katt Williams. But here we go. We got a snippet of the interview right here, because this interview is like 3 hours long, and I doubt you guys are going to sit here for 3 hours with me. I doubt you're going to sit here for this 15 minutes with me, to be honest. But hey, if you do, let me know down in the comments, because that'd be pretty cool if you hang out with me that long. Either way, you know, I haven't seen Katt Williams in a while, but I grew up with Katt Williams, and I love Katt Williams' work. He's one of my favorite comedians. You know, I'm in and around the comedy world, the comedy sphere, quite frequently. And in fact, I'm going to a comedy show tomorrow. I'm going to see Ari Spears. But I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to this interview. And if you're here, I appreciate you. So thank you very much. It's your boy Snake Venom, S to the V. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Maybe come back for more. Maybe we'll check out more of this interview, but we'll see what's up with it right now. Katt Williams naming names. Much love to you.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell. And
Did I hear that right? Is that how we're starting this off?
all of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Shannon said, hold up, I ain't ready for all that. I don't know. Let me get a drink. I need one too.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Shit. I kind of get one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me, one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because,
I was gonna ask you that.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man...
Knowledge is power. Never forget that. Been collecting knowledge, your secrets, all that information for 30 years. And now I guess we're exposing it all. Hold up.
Knowledge and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing...
You will tell it?
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has.
He must be talking about that Kevin Hart interview at the radio station with Charlemagne and all of them. I believe Tiffany Haddish was in that interview too. But I saw somebody posted that video online. It was like a clip of it, and Kevin Hart was talking about how Katt Williams would blow off work and not show up, so the studio stopped messing with him. And now, obviously, it sounds like Katt Williams is refuting that, because Kevin was just talking that bull jive.
Studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor at playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did.
Yes, sir. And now see, I grew up with the Friday movies. I own the trilogy, certified classics, comedy classics, just classic movies in general. That, man, come on. Put a real pimp in the movie. I mean, you can't go wrong casting that, because nobody's going to give you a more authentic experience than a real certified pimp. Bishop Don Juan. You can't hire an actor to come in here and start talking about these lines and just repeat whatever you want them to tell them. They can't just show up and be like, hold up, wait a minute, let me put some pimping in it. You can't do that. Nah, no pimping. A pimp named Slickback right here. And I guess that's what I saw Ice Cube talking about then. Ice Cube was responding to this interview on the whole Friday scenario. But now I'm seeing what he's saying.
Paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor at playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that no one's ever heard.
Lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Kat. Normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are
That's fair,
this
that's
is
fair.
like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the story.
You mean to tell me Steve Harvey, all those inspirational videos, and like, I used to watch his talk show daily, and me and my dad still watch Family Feud. Steve Harvey's on there, and we love watching that. It's hilarious. But you mean to tell me all those inspirational videos that I watched from Steve Harvey, him talking about being homeless, was a lie? And that stuff resonates with me because I've been homeless. I was there. And then Steve talking about like he was there, but he was never really homeless. I guess that's what he wanted. He wanted to connect with that audience. And it worked because I was a part of that audience. But that's personal to me because I was there. You know, people come from the gutter and people lift themselves up and they look to people like Steve in that position for inspiration, and you find it in those videos. But you mean to tell me it was all a lie? I can't look at Steve the same way. That pisses me off. To just exploit that story. And he's talked about it several times over the years. Like, when you hear him talk about it, you feel as though he lived that.
show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never.
Right there. Yeah, Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, just like that interview. He's naming the group. So they must have all these lies planned out beforehand. They're corroborating their stories. Oh my God, hold up.
Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory in 15.
And if we want to fact check that, Joe Rogan would be the person to tell us. Because Joe talks about the Comedy Store all the time on his show. He lives and breathes the Comedy Store. The Comedy Store is his heart and soul. And he reminisces about it constantly. So if anybody's going to know whether those people were in there, and Katt Williams one of them, if we want somebody else to corroborate this story, whether they agree or deny it, or, fact check it, Joe Rogan will be the guy. Mitzi Shore, Pauly Shore, and Mitzi's no longer with us, but Joe Rogan would be the guy. He's the only other one I hear constantly talking about the Comedy Store. Damn. And I would love to see Katt Williams and hear him on Joe Rogan's podcast. I would like to see that meeting of the minds and just a lot of the behind the scenes from one another.
Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't know.
Oh, hold up. An industry plant? Kevin Hart as an industry plant? What? Yo. That sitcom he's talking about, Kevin Hart was on from like the early 2000s and it got canceled. I think it had like 6 episodes. But I barely remember it. I don't even think about that show until right now. He's got me thinking about it again. But the premise of it was supposed to be the opposite of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it only had like 6 episodes because it got canceled. But there's a reason people love the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And there's a reason that show got canceled. Why would you think if there's so many people that love the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they would love the opposite of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Like, wouldn't that have the opposite reaction? And apparently it did. But Soul Plane, now that's a certified classic. I remember seeing Kevin Hart in that movie. And I remember when that movie came out, dude. It was so good. Him and Snoop. Oh man. Tom Arnold. That's a classic. But I remember seeing Kevin Hart in the movie and be like, this dude is funny. And that's the thing, is Kevin Hart is funny in the movies. But he's got other people writing the script for him, though. Now, is Kevin Hart really that funny on the stage, though? Does that translate? I don't know. Because early on, like, some stuff Kevin Hart did was funny. But then his routine got stale pretty quick. It got old. And that's the thing, is a lot of his comedy was elevated from that slapstick humor. It was him making funny faces and doing these little funny voices and kind of dragging the joke out. But is he really that funny? I don't know. Is he on your Mount Rushmore?
Person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Ooh, watch that demeanor change. Hold up. Watch the expression on his face. Joking around, lighthearted. Just mean mugging. Old dogging you.
Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And
Now see, Kevin Hart from Philly talking about how he grew up in comedy on the East Coast, but then at the same time having shows and movies out in LA. How are you doing those how you in two places at the same time? I wish I could be. I wish I figured that out by now. You know how much stuff I got to do? And you're telling me you had time to go perform at these comedy shows, and at the same time that's happening, you out here recording a damn movie? How are those parallel timelines happening at the exact same moment? And he mentioned Chris Rock. Chris Rock's one of my favorite comedians. So if he starts exposing some stuff about Chris Rock, I'm going to lose my mind.
doing the same thing. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being black?
Liars don't get to create the narratives because then what is the narrative? A lie.
Liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job...
Ooh, I felt that. Hold up, one more time.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why...
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. I feel like I just heard a sermon. Preach! Oh. That deserves a standing ovation from the congregation. Oh, my. Wow. That's something that'll send chills down your spine. That's powerful words right there. I want that. I want that written on something. I need some. I just like hang that up. There's so many quotable things right now. We're only 5 minutes in.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case.
And Gary Owen is funny. I've seen a lot of his stuff over the years. He's a funny dude, but that's right. Where has Gary Owen ever reached that level of success like Steve Harvey or success like Kevin Hart? But he's a funny dude, man. He's got it. And people talk about the white privilege and all that, and he's mentioning it here. He said, look, he's already white and he's a good comedian. So why has he been doing it for 25 years and just doesn't have that same level of success somehow? Makes you wonder. Industry plants, man. Hold up. See, and the blackball thing, I don't remember Katt Williams ever being blackballed. You know, I never really heard about it. But you know what? He just kind of faded away, like disappeared. I guess that's exactly what they wanted, though, and it worked. Because I was wondering, like, where's Kevin Hart? Or not Kevin Hart. He got me talking about Kevin Hart. Where's Katt Williams been? Not Kevin Hart. I see him all the time. And a matter of fact, I think Kevin Hart put out something on Twitter, a response to this interview, where he used, like, Katt Williams talking about him to promote one of his new movies, which is like clever promotion. Yeah, that's clever. But again, you notice he didn't respond. I haven't seen a response from anybody he's mentioned so far.
And been in comedy for 25 years. If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because
Oh, that got me hyped up. Hold up. Nah, we run that back. We run that again. Say, yeah, you got all that. You got all these people backing you. I'll pull up by myself. What's up? What you gonna do?
your team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because
I love that. That independence right there. I don't give a damn who you pull up with. I don't care who you think you are. None of that matters to me. I don't give a damn who you are. Mano y mano. Never back down, never quit. I'll take you on. It don't matter. And he's taking them all on right now. No backing down. God, I love that. Love that. You know, more people need to have that attitude. Don't back down. Don't back down.
Factors in. I
mentality.
guarantee you it won't. Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built.
So
all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people.
Hold on. You can't just slide that in there. No. You can't just do that. Look, you got my cord all tangled. Oh, no. Lord have mercy. Hold up. He did what?
Cut takers. They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my
Oh my God. No, I'm literally crying right now. This is a whole comedy special right now in an interview format. Oh God. And you know, like, now that all that's, he got canceled before that, I didn't even know that. He tried to speak out on the Harvey Weinstein stuff before and got canceled for it. And then all those allegations came out against Harvey Weinstein. Notice he said he wanted to do it. He tried to do it. He didn't say that he did do it, though. Oh, and it's crazy now seeing these names that pop up like this because how much they were in the media and movies and shows that we used to watch. Because I see Harvey Weinstein's name come up in these films from years ago that I grew up watching, all this. And now hearing that stuff behind the scenes is absolutely wild.
Agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why.
Oh, I love that. His delivery is so flawless. It's 30 years, man, and that delivery is just on point. Woo. I told him no. What y'all do to get here?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem.
And that's true. There's so many contracts that if you break contracts, you're gone. They put that you're not allowed to say this in the media. You're not allowed to do that. And you see it happen all the time, man. All these newer actors getting canned for different things. They tweet one thing, done, cancel, boom, gone.
Told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore.
He called him out about the toupee. No way, the hairpiece did him in. Oh, nah, I knew it was too good to be true. And I never thought about it back then, but I was like, damn, he got that clean cut, boy. Everything about that hairpiece was perfect. There wasn't one single hair misaligned. And Katt knew it was phony. He probably seen him take it off backstage. Had that thing Velcro to his head and everything. I mean, look at him now. He's on Family Feud. He's rocking the bald head. I don't know why he just didn't do it sooner. Bald is beautiful. What's up?
And that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore.
That's crazy to me. Wow. He made him quit stand-up comedy. And then he tried to blame it. Well, I got like 7 TV shows. So why am I even doing this? Why am I going through this rigorous process of being on the road and traveling all the time? I got 7 TV shows. How the hell are you filming 7 TV shows anyways? Imagine that schedule. That's probably crazier than a stand-up comedian schedule. Nice try, Steve. Lying again? What? And speaking of Detroit, yo, Kevin Hart is like the Eminem of comedy right now. He's naming names. Eminem's always firing shots. And right now, Katt Williams doing the same thing. He's lining them up, knocking them ducks down all in a row.
Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you?
That's so damn shady. Talk about a snake in the grass. Someone that you would think has your back, and you go on tours with them or anything. You're doing stand-up comedy. They're in the same field of work as you. But hey, I've heard Rogan mention it several times to other fellow comedians, especially new, young, upcoming ones, about how there are people in that industry that are cutthroat, they're ruthless. You got to watch your back, who you trust. And apparently that was the case there. He trying to take Bernie Mac's part in a movie. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. I love Bernie Mac, man. And I grew up watching a lot of Bernie Mac when I was younger. And the Bernie Mac show is a certified classic. The amount of guest appearances on that show always wowed me out. But that show was so good. And I haven't seen another show like it where it had great comedy aspect, but also it taught you so many important lessons in life. You know, Bernie would go sit in that chair and talk directly to the audience when the camera would cut off and do that other scene. And I've never seen another show that captured that perfectly because it was breaking the fourth wall. Bernie would talk directly to you. I remember when Bernie died and I cried, man. I was so sad. Now to find, wow, man.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is.
Look. Hold up. He just slid it in there so smooth. That delivery, man. Even in an interview, just like his comedy routines, he is cold, calculated. He is an assassin. The delivery is flawless. He's executing everything, taking them all out. He's you'd have to be doing karaoke around the country to make that routine work. And he is. Just that man. Wow. And you know, he's talking about how they're not doing comedy tours and Cedric don't write. You know what? The last thing I saw Cedric in was probably a Haunted House 2, maybe, with Marlon Wayans and Barbershop. Something like that. I don't know. It's been a while. But he's right. It doesn't seem like these people write because they have all these other writers for them in movies and TV shows.
Around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is.
And he is.
But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour.
Damn.
I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
Yes.
What?
Yes. No shortcuts, no fake, no bullshit. All real, all Katt Williams. You don't want to write jokes? You're not coming on tour with me. Real, authentic, man. Authenticity. That's Katt Williams. Damn. You can't just juice and get roided up and hit the gym and then talk about how good you look. You took a shortcut.
Conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we'll get...
I want to protect him real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No, I didn't. No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know you talking about Cedric.
Joke stealing from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay.
So you had said that 2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no. What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial in 1998. Okay. That's why I'm saying, yeah. So if I said the dates wrong,
Let's go back and clear that up.
Okay.
You said, I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right. So he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab and help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship. Him and Steve had already apologized for me.
Wow, you gotta have balls of steel to look someone in the face like, hey, I know what I did. You might know what I did, but what are you gonna do about it? Why does it matter? That's insanity. To steal someone's joke that is replayed over and over, televised to millions, and you think no one's gonna notice? Rogan called out Mencia for stealing jokes right on the damn stage. That's...
Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw KATT 30 times, and KATT didn't do... As I stand before you, Shannon, I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from...
Oh my God. I would have bust Cedric's stomach. Yeah. I just imagined that in my head and thought about the reverberation. Bro. That's like a bounce house, dog. Oh, he's serious too. Look at the look on his face.
I would have bust Cedric's stomach.
Look at Shannon's face, dog.
There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you...
Damn, he gonna hit him with the anime gut punch. It's over. It's a wrap. You know that is the most diabolical, just the finishing move in all anime. That Goku to Frieza. Ah! Hit him with the elbow too. Oh my. It's so detrimental to your health to get hit there. He said, look, I don't need to hit you in your jaw and knock you out. I want you to still be conscious and just absorb all this embarrassment as you're hobbled over trying to catch your breath. Damn, hit him with the gut punch. Now it could be like a Majin Buu situation where you hit him in the stomach and then it just bounce off. It ricocheted. Woo! That would be like the two uncles at the cookout. The one drunk uncle who's always telling all these crazy stories about the other one and talking all that talk, but the other uncle don't come around as much until one day he shows up to the cookout and then he hears about it and he confronts you and then you don't want to talk about it anymore. Boom, right to the gut. That's a wrap.
That would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned.
Like
and there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was...
Oh, you turned down 50 million 4 times? Did I hear that?
4. I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be...
Oh, the 50 million 4 times. That's 200 mil. But I respect that. Like, he's not worried about money. Nope. There's people who are down and out that do a lot more for a lot less. Do something strange for a piece of change. Wow, he said, I gotta protect that virgin hole. Hey, he's not gonna sell his hole to get a roll, I'll tell you.
Integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
There's Diddy. There is so many people talking about Diddy. There's too many people talking about Diddy for everybody to be lying. There's no way. He done brought up Diddy now, and it was in the title, but I hadn't heard about it until right now. And 50 Cent's been talking about Diddy for the past 3 months on Instagram. I'm pretty sure every post of his for the last 3 months has been about P. Diddy. Ask Jamie Foxx. Damn.
And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them.
He said he did. That means he was propositioned. So this is an inside scoop. This is not, hey, I heard about it from this person or that person, or I saw it happen. He was formally asked, just like Harvey Weinstein. Nah, KATT keeping it real.
I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
KATT, I need another one. You here? Get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
because early on you was accusing me of being.
KATT, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because I'm favored by God. Like when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it. That's how Diddy be feeling.
No, come on, man.
Oh, Lord. Just when he thought he got hit with the knockout punch, KATT got him again. Jab. Jab. Too fast for you. Oh, you thought we was done? Jab. Hit him with that little comedy jab. Damn. Hit Unc right in the side.
I got it. That's how Diddy be feeling.
No, come on, man. So you're not supposed to look at anything that you don't want.
Oh my God.
Not me personally, just because God has given me literally everything I ever even pump faked like I want. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing is I don't have a type of woman. Every woman that I ever had as a type, I ended up getting her. Now she's not the type anymore. Now I understand that every woman is a one of one. Like you can't really have types.
Wow. Oh my God. That was a lot to absorb. Holy. Oh my gosh. And this is only 15 minutes out of a 3-hour interview, and he said all that. My God. I'm still trying to recover. I gotta see the rest of this. I guarantee you, his 100-show comedy tour, I guarantee you, every city is sold out. All of them. Wow, he got it like that. He said, if I look at it, I want it, I got it. And then, oh man, there's so many quotable moments from this. But if there's one thing we can take away from this, KATT will not sell his soul, and he will not sell his hole. Night night, keep your booty hole tight. Wow, I'm so glad people talked me into checking this out. So thank you for the recommendations. Thank you for telling me to check it out finally. I appreciate that. And did this change my perspective on some people that I really watch a lot of their stuff, man. I never would have thought about this. But I'm interested in hearing more. Y'all let me know down in the comments who was on your comedy Mount Rushmore. The kings of comedy, from what it sounds like, the frauds of comedy. That's what KATT's telling us. Damn, man, stealing jokes too, that's the most low down thing you can do in comedy. You can be inspired by someone, you could take inspiration from someone, that's fine. But to steal their joke verbatim and just change 1 or 2 words, act like it's yours? Nah. Blackballing the wrong people there. But either way, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you had fun with this. I had a lot of fun with this. But I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. It's your boy, Snake Venom S to the V. Peace.